Okay, I hope I'm in this shot. Hello, fellow YouTubers and fellow farmer wannabes. It's Farmer Terry from Hyvie Hill Micro Farm, and I just wanted to share what's going on a little. I know I have been very lax in getting videos out, and that is not by intention or design or even pure laziness. It's just because, as I said before, I usually don't have someone to hold the camera for me when I'm doing anything, and I haven't been doing anything too very interesting lately, except for spinning on my spinning wheel. Let me just say, I hope everybody had wonderful holidays, whichever you celebrate. Mine were very nice. Family time, and I've been fitting in whatever projects I can do around the holidays, but as far as projects, not much goes on around here this time of year. I'm not a holiday crafter. I did bake some cookies, but like I said, I don't have somebody to hold the camera for me while I do every little thing, so I don't have videos of cookie baking. But as I said, I have been working on my spinning. I did just finish making a skein of yarn. It's drying right now. I just set the twist and it's drying. It's made from wool that I got in Maine at the Center for Maine Craft. Somebody was selling bags of wool roving. I believe I bought it from One Lupin Farm. And that is, it was a few years ago, and it was several different colors of roving, and I was working on it with the drop spindle. And I had two pieces left, a bright pink and a royal blue, and I used those two and made a skein of yarn. And it actually, I was just using it for practice, and I thought it was going to look terrible, but it actually looks kind of pretty with those two colors twisted together. Because I did, one strand of the pink and one strand of the blue, and then twisted them together, plied them together, and now I have a nice thin, pretty pink and blue yarn that is going to make a nice hat, I think. Maybe a scarf. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, what I wanted to talk about today, that's enough blabber, blabber, blabber. What I want to talk about today, as I sit here and freeze to death, is the first sign of spring. For anybody that is a gardener or a farmer, the first sign of spring does come, yes, in December and January, even in the cold north here in New England, because the first sign of spring comes in the mail in the form of seed catalogs. And more seed catalogs. I don't know if you could see all these. And more seed catalogs. And the most excellent collection of seed catalogs. I want to tell you real quick a little bit about each of these catalogs that I've ordered from here and there and why I choose them. Some of them I just get because I ordered one thing off of them 5 years ago. But usually I try to pick seeds that are organic and heirloom. I also try to find seeds from growers who raise their plants in climates like my climate. As I've said before, I'm just south of Boston, and it's freaking cold here, and we don't have a tiny growing season, but we don't have a very long one either. I mean, it's you can put stuff out in May. Tomatoes usually wait till June 1st. Peas, of course, can go in on St. Patrick's Day, so you can harvest by the 4th of July. And, flowers whenever, because they'll eventually pop and grow. But to avoid the, weird frost and everything else, you've got to at least wait till May. And tomatoes prefer it a little warmer, so June. And then usually by the 1st of October, you're done. unless you have stuff like squashes, or if you have a greenhouse or good row covers or cloches or something like that, that's your growing season. People in the south, they can start in March and April and grow straight through till Christmas, but not so much here. So, that being said, these are the catalogs that I like to order from. This is Pine Tree Garden Seeds. They're located in New Gloucester, Maine. They have garden seeds and accessories. Most seed catalogs will also have really cool garden accessories and growing accessories, and sometimes things made from plants that the place has been growing, or maybe a local crafter that uses plants from the things they've been growing, herbal things and honey, and you never know. They'll have cool surprises in here. These guys are from Maine, and I forget what it was that I ordered from them previously. Oh, books. A lot of them have good books about gardening and preserving and all kinds of things about crafting. They have a book in here, a page in here, books about soap making and herbs and seasonings and all that. So, Pine Tree, if you're living in a cold climate, Pine Tree Garden Seeds, good customer service. That's always a plus. I won't say anything about anybody that doesn't have good customer service. So if I mention them, they have excellent customer service and an excellent product. Pine Tree, pretty darn good. Alright. The next one, also in Maine, pardon me. The next one in Maine is Johnny Selected Seeds. I think they're online. Most of these I've ordered from online, and then they started sending me catalogs after that. And that's fine, because what I do is I'll go through the catalog, write down my order, go online, put it in, because I like to save a stamp. Their website is johnnyseeds.com. They are based in Maine, in Winslow, Maine, and like I said, the stuff is being grown in Winslow, Maine. If it'll grow in Maine, it'll grow in Boston. They have a much bigger catalog. They're an employee-owned company, which is commendable. Anybody that works there is getting some piece of the pie. And they have a really nice color catalog. It's magazine pages. The other one had like newsprint pages. And you can order your stuff by the pound, by the ounce, by the packet. Most of these are the same way. They have, again, everything from vegetables to herbs to flowers, and a lot of their, one good thing about a good seed catalog will tell you the uses of different things that you don't normally, you wouldn't have thought of. I never knew for a long time nasturtiums are edible flowers. They give a good description of the uses for different things like tomatoes or pumpkins, which ones are good for pies and which ones are good for just serving up like squash or roasting. And they'll give you, they usually have a key, like I said, I like organic stuff and I like heirloom stuff. And down here they have this little key decoder, and they put these little pictures up next to things, all these little symbols, and they will tell you down at the bottom of the page what the symbols mean, such as heirloom, exceptionally cold tolerant, exceptionally heat tolerant, etc. And whether it's organic and all of that. PVP, which is plant variety protected, which means you can't grow this and go sell the seeds. You can't claim it as your own. You can't sell the plants because it is a patented plant by that company. So, that is Johnny Selected Seeds. Again, good customer service. I'm not going to say anything about prices because you pay what you're willing to pay. I think you buy cheap, you get cheap. And these people are smaller growers than Burpee and all those guys. So these little guys, I think, are where it's at. And I don't think they're that little, but they're not like big, huge national companies. Next up, we have the Territorial Seed Company. They are based out of Portland, Oregon. Portland or Cottage Grove, Oregon. But they're Pacific Northwest. A little bit more temperate climate than here, but still, I'm sure they get chilly. And they have nice seeds and nice product. I think what I actually ordered from these guys was a soil amendment to put. It was like kelp for the soil to put minerals back in the soil from the seed, because those minerals used to be all over all the dirt everywhere, or a lot of the dirt everywhere, especially on the coast. So I put the kelp in my garden. Did it make a big, huge difference? I don't know. But it seemed like a good idea when I read about it, so I did it. So anyway, they have been sending me a catalog ever since. I think I also, from these guys, I bought loofah seeds because I wanted to grow my own loofah sponges. And it didn't work out for me because loofah really likes the heat. Really, really. If you live in a really hot, dry climate with a long growing season, you can grow loofah like crazy. But they didn't work out for me here. If I ever had a greenhouse or something and kept them in a greenhouse all summer long, that would probably be ideal, and I'd probably get some loofahs, but it didn't work out for me. I'll try again someday, but anyway, I'd asked them, I sent an email, and I got a very personal email back directly to me. Yeah, hi Terry, blah, 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 put them under plastic, they really like the heat, so on and so forth, and thanks, and any other questions, give us a holler. And it was almost like a little handwritten note, I think, right on my, they had printed out my note, and they wrote on it, and sent it to me with all my stuff, and I was like, wow, isn't that cool that they take the time to do that, instead of just shooting you back an email or something, So again, customer service, thumbs up. Another company I want to mention that I don't have a catalog for because they save on overhead by not putting one out is tomatobob.com. It's a website that mostly sells tomato seeds. They sell other veggies too, but I think he got started with tomatoes. Tomatobob.com has a huge variety of tomatoes, very good descriptive website, and excellent customer service again. I like them. I like their tomatoes. I've always had good luck with them. And a lot of times I will order all my seeds for everything from everybody else, and except for tomatoes, and I'll go to tomatobob.com. And I think I actually still have seeds left from them from last year. I think I put a plug in for them last year when I was showing how I did my seed starting. And all those beautiful seeds that I planted that the baby plants got eaten by the groundhog that came into my yard all summer long. I think somebody killed that thing. It disappeared towards the end of the summer, and all my tomatoes went crazy. And unfortunately, most of them did not get to ripen before the cold came. Last but not least, the latest and the greatest Baker Creek Heirloom Seed Company catalog has come. this catalog is worth having just to look at the beautiful pictures. These guys are out of Mansfield, Missouri. There is another catalog they have that's out of Connecticut, and the name of it escapes me at the moment, but I'll think of it when I'm not trying to. But it's the same company. They have all heirloom seeds. Everything's guaranteed to grow. You get free seeds with every seed order. Most people do that. They'll throw you in a freebie or something different to try. A lot of people just give you Cosmos. I have more seed packets for Cosmos that have been sitting around. But they have, their catalogs are a work of art. They just, Comstock Seed Company, that's who I'm thinking of. They're out of Connecticut. But anyway, the photographs are stunning in here. You just want to bite the page. Look at the tomatoes. It's unbelievable. And they have their employees and family members that are involved with the company in the pictures. Which, look at this little cute little girl over here who was probably a baby in one of the pictures a few years ago that was just adorable. They have flowers, they have vegetables. And like I said, they're in Missouri, so they're not up north, but they do have all heirloom and they are guaranteed to grow, and they'll send you another pack. My aunt down in Tennessee ordered from them. Seeds didn't grow. She called them up, they sent her another pack. And it might have been, just something she was doing. But the selection and variety is unbelievable too. I mean, look at, who knew carrots came in so many different colors, red and yellow and white, and they have a description and a history. And let's see, what do they have? Do they have the Danvers? Danvers carrots, I have to say I have a little bit of pride in Danvers carrots because, as we call it, Danvers. There they are. Danvers 126 half-long carrots. They were developed in Danvers, Massachusetts, where I spent some of my time growing up. I was a North Shore kid. They have corn. They have every color of corn you can imagine. This picture of this corn was on the front of the seed catalog last year. They have a big seed book you can buy that's their complete seed catalog. You can buy it for $10 at Barnes & Noble. And I got it for Christmas last year. And I'm sure that everything that's in here is in that. But I will still sit and pore over the pages of this one till it's almost worn out before I send away. This guy with the beard, I love him. He's adorable. He's a real farmer. You could tell. He's been growing for a long time. Anyway, I still have seeds from last year that I didn't get to. I over-ordered last year, and I didn't finish building all my garden beds. So I didn't have room to put everything in the ground that I had ordered. So I said, that's it, I'm not ordering anything this year. And then my husband came home from work because the seeds came out and were put out at his store that he works at night. And he had a handful of seed packets. I'm like, well, you better help me build a lot more raised beds, mister, because if we're going to plant all these, plus what I have from last year, we're going to need more space. So, anyway, and those are burpees. And my stuff's falling down. So anyway, again, first sign of spring. The seed catalogs are here. That means it's almost time. It's almost time to get out the heat mats and put them in the deck room over here that I use as a hothouse and start growing things. It's still a little early for that, but oh boy, I'm sure looking forward to it. And it's funny because it seems like just yesterday I was starting the seeds that were for last year. Time flies by faster and faster every year, except in January and February and March. Slow creeping time, waiting for spring. So anyway, I'm gonna stop flapping my gums now, and I have supper in the oven, and I'm not sure how long ago I put it in there. um, so I better go check on that and get feed my face. I started my diet, so this is diet food that's in the oven. It's meatloaf, but it's diet meatloaf. There's no bread in it. And so maybe I won't fill out this apron so much by come spring. And anyway, so that's it. That's all I get to say that's worth saying for now. And I will be back with you because another topic I want to go over is homesteading books. And I have quite a collection of good ones. So I just wanted to share with you where you can find some good information if you want some books and you want to get started making a micro farm or a mini farm or a homestead or anything. I just got another one for Christmas too. I got a lot of good, nice little library, and I'll share it with you. Alright, so everybody stay healthy and happy and warm, and I'll see you soon. Take care and God bless.